Alright, it's the Devil's Orc Queen. Finally I will get to see how to beat that double Orc Grunt and then the Ogre Mage opener. Here comes the Grunts, and then soon it's going to be the Ogre Mage, and I really hate that it kills... Wait, what? Sappers? What is this, some kind of beta footage? This is some easy mode of the game. These YouTubers, they're just fooling me once again. But hey, actually, this is not beta. This is the current live version of the game. Right here, right now. Sappers. No Ogre Mage. Not even a Darkspear Troll. What is going on? In this video, I will reveal you the shocking truth behind all the campaign videos you see on YouTube. That truth is going to totally rock your world. Because the truth actually has to do with randomization and random seeds. Look at my opening hand. My opening hand is Pyromancer, Troll, Gargoyle, and Griffin Rider. Keep that in mind. This is the army that I had equipped. Pyromancer, Darkspear Troll, Gargoyle, and Griffin Rider. Okay, these positions. What happens if we switch the leader? Like, let's say we take Talons out there. Are we going to have an opening hand of Necromancer, Plague Farmer, Safe Pilot, and Gargoyle? Let's take a look. Alright, Devil's Orc Queen, let's go again. And the opening hand is going to be... Let's pause immediately. Necromancer, Plague Farmer, Safe Pilot, and Gargoyle. I'm a genius. And I'm a psychic. I could predict my opening hand with 100% accuracy, even though I switched leaders. Alright, well, they played Orc Grunts here. I bet they're going to play Goblin Sappers next. Let's wait and see what happens. And right on time, Sappers are coming in. So, what is going on over here? And what was going on over there is that the random seed for each mission, for each account, is only determined once. Every time I load into Devil's Orc Queen, I am going to get an opening hand of bottom left, bottom right, and top middle. Those 4 minis, no matter which leader I choose, I can change different minis in these slots. I'm always going to get those same minis in my opening hand on this account whenever I load into the Devil's Orc Queen mission. Yeah, that's the trick to determine your opening hand, specifically in campaign missions. But the thing is, that same thing also applies to the opponent, because your AI opponent also has a randomized opening hand, and that hand is randomized once per account per mission. So every time you load into the mission with a specific account, the AI is going to give the same start, because they have the same opening hand. Every time they have the same minis available in their opening hand, so they're going to play those minis from their opening hand and not some other minis. And for someone else, the random seed is different, so they're going to get some other minis. Like, for example, in my soft launch account, I always met Grunts plus Ogre Mage in the Devil's Orc Queen mission, and that was really painful opener, by the way. It's not that the game has been made harder. In fact, my soft launch opener in Devil's Orc Queen was more difficult than my retail launch of the Devil's Orc Queen. The shocking truth is that the game has not been made harder at all. The missions have not been changed for months. They're exactly the same as they always were. The only thing that changes is what opening hand the boss is going to have and what opening hand you're going to have. And no one can, within one account, give you videos of all those different opening hands because they cannot change the random seed. They can of course replay another new account, and then they might get different openers, or they might get the same ones they don't even know until they get there. And that is what's really making the difference. However, is this hopeless? Is it now always harder, always easier? It's not always harder, because for example here, my soft launch opener was harder than my live opener. But is there anything you can do about it? And in fact, sometimes there is, because the bosses are still the same. The boss's army is still exactly the same. They still use those exact same minis. So if you have a strategy guide that tells you, hey, this is how you can beat this boss, this is how you can counter these minis, you can still counter those minis. I mean, the boss's minis are exactly the same. It's just the start that's a little bit different. But sometimes the start can be quite difficult. Sometimes it's easier, sometimes it's harder, and you need to adapt. You need to use your army smart against the boss's army. If the army is well built, you have tools to counter everything the boss does. And your options to affect the start are limited. In some maps, if you play specific minis, or if you play minis in specific positions, then the boss will start reacting to you, and that can change the start that they use. But on some maps, the first things that they play, they just play them so quickly that there's really nothing you can do to change those. But neither can any of the YouTubers. They cannot get all of those starts that you get. But if the army is well built and you're adapting to what the opponent is doing, you will be able to do almost every mission without hand manipulation with the armies that are in the guides. It's just that you can't make a guide for this game that would show, hey, drag your mouse over here or tap here on the screen and win this fight. It just doesn't work like that. You actually need to have some skill. And that is the real shocking truth about campaign guides for Warcraft Rumble. Thank you for watching. Click like and subscribe if you enjoyed this, and a special thanks to all of my Patreon supporters, YouTube members and Twitch subscribers who make all of these videos possible.